Fight Club is a movie that's impossible to ignore. Professionally crafted, high artistic quality, immersive, and very dramatic. Asking the right questions is huge, but then what? Some say the film is purposely ambiguous and its interpretation is left to the audience. Even director David Fincher admits that the movie doesn't offer any kind of solution. Violence has been overexplored and overrepresented in our culture. The narrator gets numb from too much IKEA junk. You know what? I get disturbed by gratuitous depictions of dark hellholes. Fight Club crosses the line and veers into the territory of not normal. The narrator savagely beats Angel Face because, as he puts it, I felt like destroying something beautiful. The poor guy loses an eye, his nose is torn apart, his teeth are missing. But this cruel beating is supposed to be a life-altering event, his salvation. He's grateful for it, and he becomes a faithful soldier of Project Mayhem.
It's under control, sir.
Where's Tyler?
Sir, the first rule of Project Mayhem is you do not ask.
Right, okay.
Now this is what I call not normal. Even if I accept that this somehow worked for Angel Face, it's very extreme. And I don't see how this is applicable to just about any of us ordinary folks. And by the way, normal people tend to shy away from hardcore domestic terrorism. Feminism had some unintended consequences. I have worked all my life in female-dominated workspaces, elementary schools. Every once in a while I felt emasculated, my wings clipped, I was trapped in situations and I couldn't do anything about it. I even encountered a few hostile man-haters, but not enough to make me a woman-hater. The majority of the women around me were good. I trusted them, they trusted me, there was camaraderie and cooperation, and yes, many times they got my back. I was an appreciated friend as opposed to a pretend ally who cautiously plays a survival game. I cannot identify with what Tyler Durden says in the bathtub.
We're a generation of men raised by women. I'm wondering if another woman is really the answer we need.
I think women are the solution. Blaming feminism, blaming women for everything leads to bad things. I was hoping that Marla would become a lifeline to the narrator. Women can save guys. What happens to guys who find a wonderful woman and settle down in a committed relationship, a lifelong pair bond? Do they become domesticated? Well, I hope so. Instead of wasting time and doing stupid guy things, they start acting responsibly, pick up their load and carry it, possibly for decades. And it may not be heroic or glamorous. Marla is too far gone. Is she the right woman to transform Tyler and put him on a path to healing, peace, and stability?
You're gonna have to keep me up all night.
And the shit that came out of this woman's mouth I ain't never heard.
My God. I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
Eesh,
In the uncut version, Marla says this, "Ooh, it was so good, I want to have your abortion." Tyler has zero respect for her. To me, even the last scene with the hand-holding is not convincing.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
With your feet on the air, your head on
I'd like to believe that they have enough energy and desire in them to do something good for themselves. But the collapsing buildings in the background foreshadow what? Something that's not good. Childhood abuse leaves deep scars. Now, people say this, but I don't think they fully understand what this means. Abuse causes molecular scars in DNA and alters the functioning of the nervous system. Everything goes out of whack. Victims have higher risks for chronic pain, autoimmune issues, heart disease, obesity, and cancer. Lifelong psychological consequences include depression, anxiety, PTSD, substance abuse, and personality disorders. Survivors often feel worthless and they can't trust anybody due to shame, emotional numbing, and fear of abandonment. Healing and recovery is possible through medication and therapy, but changing somebody's victim identity and rebuilding self-worth is easier said than done. Even with the best resources available, the outcome is unpredictable. Medications for depression, anxiety, and chronic pain have side effects, and it's very hard to find a therapist who is a good fit. Abuse victims have a reservoir of poison inside them. It's there. They feel nauseous and they want to vomit out this poison, but they can't. The relief is not coming, and this is what they have to live with. Will Hunting is a textbook case prisoner of his fear, and he cannot heal himself. He needs help. Sean, the psychologist, is a godsend. Session after session, he does what an ideal therapist should do. Sean shows Will that dealing with pain and loss makes people vulnerable. He calls Will out on how he plays games with people and how he squanders his talent. He doesn't want to be a dominant authority figure, and he patiently waits until Will is ready to talk. He establishes that intimacy is not perfect and loss does not equal failure. Will pushes people away, and Sean demonstrates to him what it's like to be on the receiving end. In the Not Your Fault scene, he opens the floodgates and allows Will to let go of the past.
It's not your fault. Don't fuck with me. It's not your fault. Don't fuck with me, all right? Don't fuck with me, Sean. Not you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
He promises that he will be there as a supportive father figure and a friend. So this is what Sean does. But why? Career shrinks, work for money, do their thing, but it may not be what the patient needs. Sean doesn't care about trivial things like getting paid, showing to the world that he's on top of his game, and he can succeed where others fail. A good intellectual and professional challenge, sure, that's always good, but Sean goes deeper. Does he hope to find a friend? He cares, and he thinks that Will deserves to be saved. Is it because he sees himself in Will? The archetype of the Good Samaritan fits Sean. Saving Will turns into a personal mission for him because ultimately, in this situation, that's the right thing to do. A moral obligation, if you wish. But it gets better. By saving others, we save ourselves. Sean has his own problems. He needs to be nudged out of his grief and inaction. His personal sacrifice brings salvation to Will and himself. Love is the deepest source of meaning that's available to us. The breakup scene is the perfect example.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me. Because if you say that, then I won't call you. And I won't be in your life.
I don't love you.
Skylar's heart knows the truth better. That's why she mumbles, "You do." Sean's brilliant intervention removes the blockage and things start to move. However, it is Skylar's love that offers Will the long-term stability he needs to rebuild his life. Starting from scratch is going to be a monumental task for him. For a long time, everything will feel like a trust fall exercise. Oh, I just fall back and they will catch me. It's a bit scary. When I married my wife, I had no clue about the challenges of the road ahead. Skylar's "I love you" is a serious promise, for better, for worse, for richer, poorer, in sickness, health, love to cherish, till death do us apart. Settling down with a treasure like Skylar is key to Will's transitioning to a new life. Imagine a sequel to Fight Club. The old Tyler and Marla bump into each other. What would they have to say about their lives? How about Skylar and Will in their 80s? We're looking at old pictures. Here is Sean with his second wife. They're both gone. And then Will takes Skylar's hand and says, "Thank you for saving me." And then she says, "I always felt that you saved me."